Let's go ahead and build some navigation buttons. So I have a limited version of the spreadsheet here, just 5 pages. And notice the first thing is I've left this top left area blank in all of them so that I can put a uniform navigation buttons there. So the first thing we're going to do is go to the insert menu and just draw in a text box. And we can just make it simple and draw it in any size. And I'm going to use capital A, capital S for assumptions, and then off the shape format button, I think I'm going to make them zero point 0.3 tall and zero point 0.4 wide. Will generally give us about the right size for a button. Then right off that shape format menu again, I can go ahead and fill in my shape, and I've been using that dark blue. Then I'm going to highlight my text from there and choose my text fill and make it white. And then I'll click off of it, and now you see I have a basic button. Now notice I'm in my standard view right now, so that if I go ahead and I click inside of the text box, then I move my cursor until it becomes that shape, and then I right mouse click from there, I should be able to link it. And when I link it, it's going to give me choices, and I want to link it to a place in this document. And from there, I'm going to scroll up until I find assumptions. Then if I like, I can not only put it in assumptions, I can put it in a specific place. Like if I'd like it to start off in B11, I can have it start in assumptions right there. Now that I have this, the new navigation you're going to use is off of the Home tab. Off the Home tab, we use this little drop down to choose Select Objects. Once I choose Select Objects, I can draw a little box around it. Notice it grabs it. Then it becomes easy for me to copy it. And then I'm just going to paste it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times total. And then I'll draw a box around not all of them, but one of them at a time. And then I can just start moving them until I have them in a way that I can play with each of them in an easy format. So I'm just starting to draw them in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I actually don't need this one. And I'm still in that find and select mode. So I can just highlight it and click even. Then I'm going to draw a box all around it like that too. And then from there, off of shape format, there is an align button. I'm going to choose to align it to the top. And that was based off of where I had that box. Now this one, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to grab one of them and I'm just going to scoot it over using my arrows until I get it right up flush to where I want it to be. And then I can do the same with this one over here and just getting them flush. And this one here. Okay, and then the last one there. And I know they're all aligned at the top, so now I'm just making sure they're all in the right places, going from left to right. Then from there, if I right mouse click on any of the one of them, I should be able to now go inside and I can make this one DB for dashboard. I can make this one IS for income statement, make this one BS for balance sheet, and make that one SC for statement of cash flows. While I'm there, I'll move my cursor and then I'll right mouse click on side of that and I'll edit the link. And instead, this place in the document, I want that one to be statement of cash flows. And I'm not sure where I want it to be quite yet. So I'm just going to put A1 for the time being and click OK. And then I'm going to look really quickly and see where would I like it to be. So maybe I'd like it to be on B9 or B11 looks like the first number. So let's stick with that B11 portion of it. So right mouse click again. I can edit that link, place in this document. I want that statement of cash flows. So we'll make that one B11. Then we'll do the same thing with our balance sheet. And I'm right mouse clicking inside of these things so that I can get into that edit mode for the text. So right mouse click there, edit the link. I'm coming over here, and then this one is for my income statement, B11. And then lastly, my dashboard. I'll go ahead and edit. Oops, I hit open by mistake. So dashboard, let's go ahead and edit that link. And the dashboard will be this one, B11. So now I have one fully functional navigation button. I can put my reset button here too. But then what I did in mine too is I inserted one final text box. And so I'm going to draw a text box just around the outside of it. And notice it makes it white. If I right mouse click while my cursor's on that lower right hand corner, I can do what's called send to back. And I'll send that thing all the way in the back. And then I'll use my arrows just to kind of scoot it around. And we can resize it if it's a little bit too big. And what I'm doing is just giving myself a little graphic highlight so that off of shape format, I could do shape fill and maybe fill it in like a darker gray or a lighter gray. And now I have that little button set in there. I'm still, if you notice, on what's called this select objects mode. How do I know? Because if I'm in select objects, I should be able to grab, and you see how my cursor is an arrow, whereas if I hit escape, it's that X. So make sure that again, I'm in my select objects mode. I can draw the box around here, and then I'm just going to move it all at one time using my arrows and then copy it. So I can go to my dashboard, paste it there, paste it on income statement, paste it on balance sheet. And now for some reason, balance sheet, it didn't put it exactly where I wanted it to be. So I'm going to just try to hit undo here, and I have to leave my editor mode. I'm going to copy it again here, put my cursor over here, and lo and behold, it just wants it down there. So I'm just going to use the arrows to put it back into place. And then I'll do the same thing on my statement of cash flows. And for some reason, it's being ornery over there. So move that up into the corner. And then notice when I start to scroll through, they're not exactly in the right perfect position on every one of them. As I move from dashboard to income statement, looks okay. But then notice when I go from income statement to balance sheet, it's a little bit off. So now I'm just going to scooch it up a little bit more and a little bit more there. And then I'm just going to keep fine tuning it until I get it exactly where I want it to be. It says income statement is right. Balance sheet looks like it needs to go up one. Balance sheet still needs to go up another one. And there it is. It's in the perfect spot. Statement of cash flows looks like it needs to go up to the top. And it needs to go a little bit to the left. A little bit more. And now we have it. So now I'm going to hit escape so that I don't select all those anymore. And then let's just scroll through and make sure they look like they're in the exact same place. So I'm going to go through and hit escape on all of them. And now they're in a perfect place. And let's see if they work. Assumptions, dashboard, income statement, balance sheet, statement of cash flows. And now you have yourself a little navigation toolbar.